Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today my friends at Sideshow have asked me to take a look at this, the child life-size figure by Hot Toys from The Mandalorian. Let's see how it turned out.
Greetings. Please log in. Username authorized.
Alright, first up as always is the packaging, and it's on the surface, it seems pretty much like what we've come to expect from Hot Toys, Sideshow, anybody who has a dog in the Star Wars 6-scale hunt. In this case, as you can see, we have this diagonal shaped window looking at a photograph of the child. That is indeed the figure that we're looking at, not a photograph of the character, although you couldn't really tell. They're pretty much identical. Of course, it's bordered by these two angled gray frame segments here that it's really an attractive look, and I've come to really appreciate it over time. Rotating it around, you can see though, the first hint that we have something different going on here, and that is this motif of the pram, that the little tiny hovering vehicle that the child rides around in the show. You can see that it's got the little, like the swivel thing with like, this basically indicates that this is going to open, and that's kind of a cool feature. Disney branding down there at the bottom, something we've had to get used to, that's cool. And this is all the stuff on the back, that astonishing bit of legalese and everything that we're used to seeing there on the end. Warnings, what have you. To be honest, I've never read any of that, because that could be like really, really awesome safety precautions. The answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything could reside in this. I would never know because I've never looked at it. Continuing around to the other side, you can see that we have a little bit more of that pram stuff going on. Essentially mirrors what we had going on the first side that we looked at here. Let's go ahead and rotate it back around to the front, and I'll just show you how that little bit works there. You just slide the sleeve off, and lo and behold, a box within a box. How cool is that? You can see that the pram look continues on the front and also on the top of the box, and even around to the back, where you see we also have the Mandalorian logo, and in a very similar font to that, identifying the figure within as the child. So what is really cool about this box and unique to this packaging, I don't know that I've seen it anywhere else, is now you can open it from the top, and there's your first glimpse at your figure. How cool is that? Look at that grin on his face. He's so happy to see you right now. But that's teasing. This figure is not enough. We really want to be able to get him out of the box, so let's just make that happen and see what's inside. All right, here he is on the table, and out of his box, this is everything you can see splayed out on the table, everything that comes with him. And I don't know what I want to do with this, so I think that I'm just going to go to work with what we have, with what hands we have, and then maybe if there's time I can do a second pose. It won't take long to pose this thing. But before we move forward, I just want to point out a couple of maintenance tricks. One of the things that the Hot Toys is very, very specific about is dealing with the hair. They do not want you to be doing anything that that might be considered styling to it. So don't pull it, don't rub it, any of that, and do not, whatever you do, comb it. It's kind of like the rules for Mogwai. So just make sure that you stick by those, and everything should be fine. Now, my favorite look for Grogu, for the child, is very early on in the show, we very, very infrequently saw his mouth. And you can actually do that. He always seemed to be like hiding his face, his mouth, behind this collar, this big poofy collar of his. So I think what I want to do, and I think this is exactly how I will have it displayed in my collection, is to do that very thing. And I want him with the ball, which, bam, boom, done. It's popped into the hand, ready to go. Just see how easy that is. And I want him to be holding this thing up and inspecting it, looking at it. You can get a 90-degree rotation according to the instructions out of these arms upwards. So I'm going to try to do that here. Looks like the costume is fighting it, but there we go. I've got it up exactly where I need it. Now let's go ahead and minding the instructions and just not touching the hair any more than we have to. I'm going to rotate that head over and down. Oh, look, it just drops right into the collar, just the way I wanted it. Just futz with that collar just a little bit. And the thing about robed figures, and I've noted this when working with, say, Jawas and what have you, is that you have to lift up the skirt, so to speak, to get in there and know exactly where the legs are. which is fine. That's just part of the package. All right, so I've moved Grogu back so that he's got a good stable position on his feet. And I'm gonna turn that head again and just have him looking at this ball like he's like, oh, he's enamored with it. Look at him. Let's see. Futz with that eye line just a touch. Just keep working that head. It's a bit loose on the neck, which is just fine. And let's rotate that ball so you can see the top of it when you're looking at it from this angle. And I want him to be just a little bit lopsided. And then once you get that, you want to mess with the, you want to futz with his robe a little bit. And have it look like it's falling naturally. And I think that that's got it. That is my first pose. And as you can see, it kind of just displays nicely like that. Look a little bit off balance, so let's move that leg back just a touch. Lean forward. There we go. That's better. Now, if you're not feeling confident about the about having him stand on his own, Hot Toys does actually include. I'm going to take this off here. Hot Toys actually does include a stand, and just to show you here, there is in fact under Grogu's skirts a little hole in his crotch. So I was right, and earlier in my assessment, you're gonna have to stick a rod up Grogu's butt if you want to use the stand. And I'm trying to be really careful not to rest Grogu's head against the ground. Oh, it went right in. Very easy, very easy. Okay. And then drop that down onto the stand and bring that forward. And just look how cool that looks. That is a great looking display. Drop that in there. Boom. Yeah, easy as you like. Cool. Again, make sure that his face is hidden. I just love that look. It's just so damn adorable. Focuses your eyes on his eyes, which really between the ears and those big bulbous eyes, that's really a big part of the attraction. Okay, so that's a big one. Let's go ahead and see what he looks like when you put the Mandalorian mythosaur necklace on him. I'm gonna go ahead and pop one of those ears off just so I avoid doing it accidentally. Better to get it out of the way and do it on purpose, I think. And let's go ahead and drop that down. Now, it hangs down pretty low, but the strap can be adjusted here at the back. So let's go ahead and pull that tighter. Just doing one side at a time. And yeah, that's pretty easy. Just drop that down as far as it'll go onto his neck. Cool. And put that ear back. Again, I just want to kind of gently work that hair because I messed a little bit of it up. And then pull up that thing. And it's just so neat because you can just do so much with it. I'm noticing already. Like, let's go ahead and have him looking up. Like he's presenting this thing to you. Let's shut that mouth just a little bit. You can see the mouth is adjustable. There we go. Yeah, look at you. Oh man, it's just really, really cute. Okay, let's go ahead and adjust these ears because he does come with different ears. I want to show you that. Yeah. I don't think that he ever... I don't recall seeing him... There we go. I don't recall ever seeing him work one ear and not the other. I think that they're always working in conjunction. There's a symmetry that they always achieve. There we go. Look at how cute he is. Oh my God. How can anybody resist this thing? And last but not least, I'm just going to play with this a little bit more. I don't think it's ever taken me such a small amount of time to do anything, to do a pose of the figure, which is why I keep adjusting it. I'm just gonna, you can see how there's like these pegs in there, these massive, massive pegs. There's not a whole lot of play, no articulation with the hands. So let's just have him reaching out like he's going to heal you. Yeah. So I'm looking up even more. Yeah, that's pretty neat. And I don't think the mouth closes all the way on this one. Let's see. How we do. Yeah, not quite all the way, but we just get a little bit of an expression on him. Now, I'm noticing that there's a little bit of a tautness going on here in the silicone. So Knowing silicone, I think that it's okay to do this with the silicone for a short amount of time, but I feel like it's putting an undue amount of stress on that silicone, and I would actually display that mouth just a little bit open. I wouldn't shut it all the way. Yeah, that's fine. Very expressive. He never tilts his head, really. Never seen him tilting his head, but if you wanted to, then I guess you could. It does, if you really want to use those elements of basic posing that I like to discuss, and that would be one way to do it. But there he is. Hot Toys life-size the child in all his glory. The nature and the design of the Grogu puppet used in The Mandalorian is such that his puppeteers can create a respectable variety of expressions. But when it came to recreating that puppet as a life-size figure, Hot Toys had to make a choice. And they chose to go with Happy Grogu. I think it was a good call. The child has many great and memorable moments of joy in the show, and you can always hide that smile in his collar to recreate a more uncertain or introspective look. Even after seeing photos of the figure online, I was surprised by how real it looked, both in terms of viewing it with the naked eye, as well as in my own photography. And its scale, the one-to-one nature of it, makes it easy for you to cause the figure to interact with objects within your home or what have you. The paint apps are tight. As you can see here, they react remarkably well with simulated sunlight as well as real sunlight, which you'll see in the next image here. And the sculpt is such that you can really create looks of wonder, joy, curiosity, what have you. That's about it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think of the child life-size figure in the comments below. And until next time, be good to your plastic. Hey, look at you. Made it to the end and everything. If you like what you saw, hit subscribe. You'll be helping me out a lot. If you're really hardcore, ring that notification bell and you'll be sure to know every time a new video is posted. Again, thanks for watching, and don't forget to be good to your plastic.